Dragon Ball fans from all around the world, it looks like we have some more information coming in that pertains to the next arc scheduled to debut on February 7th, 2017, with some really cool images and shots and pertains to the manga adaptation for the Universe Survival arc, in which case shows off some really interesting things. And again, guys, this was showcased during Jump Festa and of course translated by Herms98 on Twitter. Now, as you guys can see on your screen, it looks like we have a gathering of what seems to be gods and angels from all around the multiverse, bowing to the Grand Priest, bowing to both the Omni Kings, future Zeno and present Zeno, and the question lingers, who are these characters? If you look closely, some of these characters happen to resemble cat-like figures very similar to Beerus and Champa, which is an indication to me at least that some of the other gods, or at least indeed all the gods of destructions throughout the entire multiverse, just may in fact be cats. Alongside that, we have another image, as you guys can see on your screen, with two beings in the background. One of them looks to be like a Kaioshin and the other looks to resemble that of Beerus. We don't really know if these characters are Beerus and the Supreme Kai. They could be entirely new characters, but I want you guys to pay attention and look at what they're wearing. We get to see that there's something covering Beerus's face, or at least the cat-like figure, and of course the Supreme Kai, or at least the Kaioshin figure as well. New clothing, robes, very Egyptian-like, I would have to say, but nevertheless, this was shown during the Jump Feast, a little preview of the manga, and we see a bunch of other shots as well. We get to see the two Omni Kings, and they look to be very happy. We see Goku, who's leaning on down, talking to them, and we see a bunch of promotional pictures. We see the Grand Priest is actually one of the main focuses here, which I believe is very interesting because never before has the Grand Priest been at the very vocal point of something like this before. And of course, my favorite scene was towards the very end when we get to see something of a universe being blown to bits, and we see Goku, Beerus, and the Supreme Kai's reaction, and they look to be absolutely terrified and nervous. We see Goku, who's in complete shock. We see the Supreme Kai, who is in complete and utter terror, and we see Beerus, who looks to be pissed, but at the same time very angry and shocked at the same time. So this actually could wager every universe, and every single universe being placed in this tournament could be at jeopardy. There is no decisive winner or loser conclusion on what happens to the winner and what happens to the loser, but presumably enough, we can assume that the losing team of each and every single one of these rounds in this tournament is going to have their universe destroyed. So I'm pretty sure that at this point, every single fighter, every single universe will be battling for their survival, because this is the first time that universes have been at stake like this, very unlike the Zamasu story, where Zamasu threatened, every single part of the cosmos of eradicating humans. But here we see that the Omni King doesn't really care. And of course, it also showcases, and what it looks to be, they're working on the Dragon Ball Super Universe Survival manga, which is pretty interesting because Taro looks to be at works of this right now. But of course, we have a few images and a few snippets as to what's to come. We see all 10 fighters ready to battle, and of course, some people may argue and say there's no point in having Tien Shinhan, Master Roshi, Android 17, even Majin Buu, and some of these other characters in there. But of course, as of right now, there is no indication that Goten or Trunks are going to be a part of this. We have Piccolo, we have Tien, we have Master Roshi, we have Android 17, Android 18, Majin Buu, Krillin, Goku, Gohan, Vegeta. And of course, I think we can all agree here that some of the hard hitters of Team Universe 7 are going to be Goku, are going to be Vegeta, are going to be Gohan, and perhaps even Piccolo and Majin Buu. The other characters such as Kuririn and Tien Shinhan and 18 and even possibly 17, I think at least, wouldn't stand a chance, especially if you're fighting for the sole survival of life. They're going to have to risk it all here. So this might be something here to where it's going to be featured on a grand scale. Now, Team Universe 7 looks to have a fighting list of 10 members. So does this mean that every single universe is going to have a list of 10 fighters, 10 per universe? If that's the case, it's going to be very interesting to see how Akira Toriyama and Taro are going to be introducing and creating new characters to be placed in this. Now, even going back to the shot where we see these gods and angels bowing to the Grand Priest and the Omni Kings, we get to see in the background that there are figures out there that are a lot larger than, figures like Beerus and Champa. One of them is very, very large. You can clearly see that in the image if you really look closely on the right-hand side. So we could possibly see different cats, different gods from all across the multiverse bowing down, participating in this, because this right here is going to wager and put every single universe in jeopardy. Now, I was reading your comments and your feedback as to what you guys thought about this. Now, we don't know if they're going to have Budokai rules. We don't know if the Omni King is not going to have any rules at all, which means fusion and killing will be allowed. there is no clear-cut indication if whether or not that's going to be confirmed or not. The Omni King hasn't set the rules, but there is going to be a repercussion for both winners and losers. So I'm assuming that the losers are going to have their universe destroyed, and the winners, for the time being until they win, will get to preserve their universe. So obviously enough, that'll give Beerus a definite chance to root on for Goku and allow them to get inspired, perhaps even train Goku and Vegeta going into this, because again, we've never seen any other fighters aside from Universe 6. So out there in the cosmos, there could exist fighters far beyond Goku, far beyond Vegeta, far beyond characters like Hit, far beyond Goku Black. They could be out there, and already this is shaping out to be a very interesting arc. Now, there is no indication either on whether or not this is going to be the final arc of Dragon Ball Super. I personally don't think it's going to be the final arc in Dragon Ball Super. However, some people were hinting and talking about how it's possible that we could see a change happen here. Anything is possible, guys. Leave your thoughts down below. What do you guys expect to see coming out of this arc? Do you guys believe that the first two are Champa and Beerus and the others are different? I do think that this arc is definitely going to hold weight as to what's going to happen in the future. But leave your thoughts down below. If you guys are ready for this new arc, don't forget to share this video to as many people as possible. That's how we're going ahead and get the word out, guys. If you guys are stoked for this upcoming battle, don't forget to leave a like down below. Smash that like button. Leave your thoughts down below. Tune in for more, and I'll be seeing you all in the next update. Take it easy, guys. Peace.